going on, everybody? It's Mad Mike, and here I am. Sorry, I had to close my door. Here I am. I am reviewing Jurassic World. It was a fantastic film. I saw it today. Tried to go to the 9:45 showing, but last night at the premiere, that was sold out. But yeah, it was. I walked into there kind of like skeptical, like, are they really going to make a good film? Are they really going to make a great fourth installment to this franchise? It kind of felt like they were almost trying to ignore the second and third one, the way this movie went. But, yeah, I loved it. I mean, it had action. The CG looked really good on the dinosaurs. I'm impressed. It looked really awesome. The scenes with the raptors were great. And, you know, that's just one of the highlights. I'm, like, all over the place with this review because I just saw, you know, a few hours ago. I'm pretty excited about it. And, yeah. It's Jurassic Park, you know, what can I say, right? But yeah, so I thought it was great. You know, the T-Rex, everything looked really awesome in the movie. The new dinosaur, I want to talk about a little bit about that real quick. The new dinosaur for the film, I have to say, was quite interesting. It was like this weird thing you didn't expect. It was kind of like, wow. Like, you expected something crazy, but it was like, wow. It felt more like a, kind of in a way, it felt like a monster movie, you know? And I like that. It goes back to that old school feel of a, man, this is a dinosaur movie, but it's a monster movie. So it's kind of like it gave you that old school, like, feel of a monster movie from like way back in the day, but at the same time it still had dinosaurs. So it's like it gave you a little bit of both. You know, excuse me. Yeah, so it gave you a little bit of both, and that was really great that it gave you a little bit of both, and I thought that was really awesome. And one thing I have to say that was really cool about the film was, you know, I'm sure everybody saw this in the preview. The aquatic I don't know exactly the exact name for it, but it was the aquatic dinosaur. That's what I'm going to call it for the review because I don't know the exact name for that thing. I'm not a scientist, so don't get mad. That aquatic dinosaur was awesome. That was like the equivalent of a SeaWorld, but with like a prehistoric animal, and it was freaking amazing. I highly, really like that scene. I wish they had one of those at SeaWorld, and I would probably go to SeaWorld to see that. Because that was really awesome. You know, and let me see. Chris Pratt, he did a great job in the film. I really thought Chris Pratt did a really good job in the film and kind of reinvented, you know, himself as a character in this film. You know, of course, you know, everybody likes Jeff Goldblum, and, you know, I was actually, here's the thing, a lot of people like Jeff Goldblum a lot in the franchise. I was more of a fan of Sam Neill's character. You know, I didn't, you know, even though I thought Jeff Goldblum's character was cool, I was more a fan of the Sam Neill character in the first movie. And I thought the reason I liked the third one is because I thought it was cool they brought his character back, even though I'll admit, you know, as a kid I thought the third one was great, but I didn't really like, you know, okay, let me rephrase that. I liked the third one as a kid, and now that I've kind of like really analyzed it, it's not that great. But what the hell, I'll still watch it for fun, you know. Definitely nothing beats the original one. I feel that this one, you know, I've heard some other people reviewing it saying, you know, they're nitpicking things and there are different things and opinions on it, and some people not liking it as much, you know, like really kind of like nitpicking at it. You know what, man? We haven't seen a Jurassic Park film since the third one, which was a while ago, a long time ago. And we haven't seen a good installment or a good sequel in a long time. To me, this blows away part 2 and part 3, punches them both in the face. This should be considered the sequel. This one was really great. And there are little, no, not to, do any spoilers or anything, but there are little fun things they throw in, little treats from the first film that if you guys watch it and you've seen the first film, if you're a fan of the first film, you will see it and you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, I think it's really great. And man, it's Jurassic Park, man. I literally walked into this theater like, okay, what am I gonna get? I sit down, the movie comes on, you hear the original theme in this one part of the film, and you know what, man? It makes you feel like a little kid watching the first one again. I remember I had the first one on VHS, and I used to watch that movie a lot. You know, I had some of the toys. My friend was a bigger fan of it though. He told me how he had like all the toys. Obviously I'm not like a big Jurassic Park fanatic like everybody else, but in that era of the 90s, you know, when it came out as a kid, I did have it on VHS. I did watch it. It was a part of my childhood, and I enjoyed that film. a lot. And, you know, part 2 came out, I was like, you know, and then 3, I was just like, yeah, and then watch it later, I was like, whoa. So, yeah, all in all, man, I want to give it a, let's see, what kind of rating should I give it? You know what, in my book, man, whatever, I give it a 4 out of 5. You know, was the movie perfect? No, but I thought the characters were fun. I mean, one thing I will point out, I saw somebody else reviewing, and they did make a good point that I completely agree with. How did the lady, you'll see this, the girl character, she's the, you know, Chris Pratt's, you know, female interest in the film. How did she, this is what kills me, walk around through a jungle and everything wearing heels? The whole time she's wearing heels in the film, and you will see what I am talking about when you go to see it. I kind of laughed at myself when I saw this. I was like, wow, she's really wearing heels the entire film. Holy cow. So yeah, I saw heels the whole film. I mean, not heels the whole film. I saw her wearing heels the entire film. And wow. Well, whatever. I mean, whatever. I'm not going to, you know, a girl wearing heels the whole movie ruin the movie for me. No. I enjoyed it. I thought it was just as fun. Actually, no, the original one's a lot more fun. There was a little bit of suspense, in my opinion. Some people said, oh, it doesn't give you the same suspense as the first one. Not entirely. Not entirely. It does not. But it does with certain scenes, in my opinion. And I walked into it and walked out of it very happy. I walked into it, like I said, skeptical but happy. And I walked out of it not skeptical and very happy. I enjoyed it. They did a great job. And Jurassic World, go see it, guys. It's out now everywhere. Mad Mike, over and out.